Hey guys, thank you so much for joining us today. As above, so below, we're talking about Mars energy. I want to say salutations to each and every one of you guys. First of all, I want to acknowledge my madrina, to my padrino, and to my oba, and to all of my brothers and sisters in Ifa, Voodoo, Santeria, Lukumi, Congo, Palo, Mystic, and Ajays. Whether you're a beginner, intermediate, or advanced, on my particular platform, I'm talking to melanated people that practice the ATRs in church, and also those that have left the church and still practice the ATRs, but you still have the church influence. I want to say to each and every one of you guys, this is an opportunity for every grown man and woman to make a decision of how they want to understand how we utilize real magic. And when I say real magic, we're talking about scientifically in energy, frequency, and vibration. What's up, my Shamari in the house first in the live? To each and every one of you guys, as you're being notified that we're live, please, sir, ma'am, do yourself a favor, hit that like button, hit those shares, and also the commentary behind it is also needed. We thank God for those that are allowing yourself to be used to push the algorithm so these videos and these archives can get all around this thing we call the world, the internet, as we call it. What's up there, Demetrius Clark in the house? Thank you so much, each and every one of you guys acknowledging the tribal love. What's up, my Taurus is in the house? Love. Thank you so much, my Natasha Foster, my aphrodisiac. And then we have my Ryan. To all of you guys that are in my graveyard work, I appreciate you guys. If you have taken my classes, this is going to be a good live for you as well. What's up there, my Boaz? Much love to you, sir. Plus, I told him last night, I trust you with my virgin ass. I trust you just like that. I want to say to each and every one of you guys, what's up there, Mama Susan? This is her actually physical birthday today. So Mother Susan is officially 68 years old. And thank you guys for so much for allowing us to be able to celebrate her birthday on Sunday. To all of you that sent that Cash App and those that showed support. And like I said, I promised to get her good and drunk. And I achieved that with tequila. Okay? One thing about Apostle, I don't have to be a drunk or alcoholic, but I know good stuff and I know how to buy good stuff. All right? I want to say thank you so much to those that welcome Mother Susan, and she has been such a blessing to me, an adjutant and an aggravation, but nonetheless, she has been a blessing to me. Her good outweigh her bad. You understand? I won't complain. Yeah, I do complain, but that's beside the point. I thank God for her being in my life. To each and every one of you guys, thank you so much for the birthday wishes, and to each and all of you guys that are we are in Gemini season. Thank you so much, and we thank God for many of you guys being here. What's up, my Karen O'Brien? That's also my chocolate sliver. Yes, I got all kind of names for y'all. Thank God for each and every one of you guys. To the men and the women, much love to you. Y'all know I'm bi-spiritual, so y'all know I love all people. I get down with the lizards as well, so I get into a little reptilian stuff. We want to say hello to Pisces, Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Aquarius, Cancer, Capricorn, Leo, Sagittarius, Scorpio, Libra, and Virgo. Hello to each and every one of you guys. Thank you so much. Y'all be on point. Reminding us this is a monetized channel. Please, sir, man, hit that super chat because it does help Chief Apostle Eli promote these videos and all that. I'm not going to be able to stay for the live, but I'll catch the replay. Blessing up here. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. But I appreciate you being here and also showing your consistency in this support system. And guess what? I got some members that won't even do that. So I appreciate that. All right. Now, make sure you, Demetrius, you hit this replay because this is going to be a doozy tonight. Now, I want to talk about this, and because this is Mars energy, and I'm a natural born warrior, and I utilize my energy, frequency, and vibration. I'm a Sagittarius, Moon in Aries, and rising sign is Pisces. And so therefore I'm going to be talking about warfare, and I'm going to be talking about strategic warfare, and I'm also going to be talking about why it is that I address certain things the way that I do. And I have been doing magic since I was a child, and I have learned up under other practitioners and spiritualists that perform in Haitian voodoo and also into the other black arts. And so therefore I want to give tonight tutelage when it comes down to Mafedifun Shango. I am crowned Mafedifun Oya, and I am also crowned Mafedifun Bablu Aye. But we're going to be talking about the king of the religion of Santeria Lukumi, which is Shango. So each and every, what's up there, Minister Air? My Aquarius is in the house. Now, I know that some people feel like they are prayer warriors. I know that some people feel like they are great intercessors. But after tonight, you will have a better clarity, and you will have some knowledge, wisdom, understanding how to strategize. And if you find yourself on one end of the other of that sword, then you will understand why you find yourself in warfare or some type of spiritual contention with other people, places, and things due to your behavior or your lack of intellect or respect for conjure. Okay? So I also want to all of my Christian buddies, these are the cards that I read from. These are the 72 names of God, technology of the soul. I got off the phone with Comcast, so it is something going on in the areas. It's not my internet, but it's something going on. So they want a technician to come out, and so the earliest that they can come out is on Saturday. So sometimes my internet will come in and out based off of the connectivity that it picks up. So I want to say thank you to each and every one of you guys, and I want you to know that. What's up, my baby Scorpio? Now, this is grown people talk. I do not talk to children. I talk to grown people because grown people make decisions for their lives. I also do not teach the ATRs, their mysteries and secrets, but I do teach universal laws because they, sir and ma'am, apply to each and every one of you guys. Now, what the other people that are watching me that is never going to hit likes, never going to comment, but they're just going to learn off of me, what they're going to learn is that you're going to learn why a lot of your spell work and a lot of your conjure that you're throwing at me is not going to work. And I don't care if you've been initiated, I don't care if you've been crowned, I don't care if you have a cauldron, it is not going to work, and I'm going to explain to you why on tonight. I have been born to do what I do, and I have been sanctioned to do what I do. So in honor of the king of the religion of Santeria Lukumi, Shango. Okay, now my subject tonight, where's my other Bible? My subject tonight is cowards pretending to be brave. And I'm going to be talking about this because this is so important for all of you, especially if you grew up in the church and you believe that you're a prayer warrior and you always touch and agreeing with people and you always want to lay hands on people suddenly, even though the Bible admonishes you not to lay hands suddenly on no man. But we find ourselves as pastors, teachers, and evangelists, finding ourselves praying for people that we shouldn't be praying for, and finding ourselves in certain type of skirmishes and warfares that we should not be indulged in, because sometimes it is proper for certain people to wear curses. There are certain people that they have earned that ass whipping or that reality that they're living in based off of their behavior or sowing certain seeds. This is not taught in the church. Only thing that is taught in church is pray about everything, and everything according to universal laws. You don't pray about everything because sometimes things are being manifested due to what is universally ordained for an individual. Just like Jesus said that this boy was not born blind because his mother or father sinned, but for the glory of God to be revealed. He was born to be blind so that Christ would come and heal and remove that blindness for him. Certain things are going on in your life is because it is for Isaiah 10 and 27 to show up in your life, okay? It ain't because you did something right or wrong, but there are certain things that need to be in your life for you to see God's hand move in your life. So let's be clear. Now, I'm going to first start off with clarity of understanding. I'm going to actually go to this particular scripture first before I get started into this. Now, why should you give me an ear to hear? Thank you, Sister Monique, for posting my cash app. Why should you give me an ear to hear? So, I have been dealing with spirituality since I was a child. I've been in numerous of warfares with root workers, conjurers, mystic, and ajays. I have spiritually killed people, and I have wounded people. I have maimed people. I'm not just a healer. I believe in duality, and so I like to be honest with people. So when you come on my live and thinking that this is a plaything, or you come on my live that I don't fear monger because I don't believe that the ATRs are here, just like I don't believe that Christianity are preaching and telling people either you do this or do that, you go into hell. Fear mongering is fear mongering, and the same people that in the church that practice Christianity and they fear monger, those are the same people that get in root work and conjure and Ifa and voodoo, and they do the same mentality of fear mongering with people when the Orishas and the Loas and the Kisi and the Pungon have got nothing to do with your issue with a person, place, or thing. You have issues and you're too much of a coward to address those issues like a real man, a real woman. So I'm going to teach my people that follow me and that are part of my tribe how to be a real man or woman about your business. And then if you got to go to war about your business, then you do that as a man or woman, okay? And I'm going to also help you understand the mentality that I grew up, and so therefore you won't think I'm out here just because some people try to label me as a bully, and that's not what I am. I don't bother people. People bother me, and I just handle it better than they started it, okay? So I want to first start off with the title, as I said before, as a somebody that has been sanctioned by Shango himself, cowards pretending to be brave. So first of all, let's define cowards. Now, cowardry is the same thing that happens in our sexual community with bisexual men and gay men. These are the men that sleep with other men, and then in the public they call them punks and faggots and stuff like that. Spirituality, the same thing. These are the people that come by way of Nicodemus, and they get help from conjurers, mystics. They are cowards. They are not. Okay, I'm going to define. First of all, coward is a person who lacks the courage to do or to endure dangerous or unpleasant things. These are the people that want the benefit or certain activities or situations or circumstances, but they do not want to be. They're not brave enough to enunciate and be who they are. What's up, Allison in the house? Williams in the house. What's up, Jeremy? Thank you for joining us tonight. Now, I want you to understand something when you're dealing with Chief Apostle Samuel Jr. First of all, I want you to understand the method to my madness, or the mythology to my madness, and why it is not good to throw the rock and hide the hand. Now, I'm going to teach you like this. There are people out here, no matter what ATR they practice, they're going to be in the shadows, and they're going to be throwing witchcraft, they're going to be throwing sorcery, they're going to throw a conjure at you. Let me explain something to you. They're going to be the reason why I call that cowardry is they want to secretly be in a war with you, and they want to secretly fight against you. And if something was to occur in your life, these are the people are going to get out after something has occurred in your life and say that they are the reason why you either got in an accident or you had a situation with your family or whatever's going on in your life. These are the people that you cannot take seriously. Because if you are a true conjurer or mystic or agi, if a prophet in the old day prophesied something to you, they spoke that in front of everyone. What's up there, my Stormy in the house? Thank you so much. Now, in the church world, we call it false prophesying. These are the people that are in secret prophesying against you, and then when something happens or if something does occur in your life, they take credit. If you bump your toe, they take credit. If you get a pimple on your face, they take credit. If you get 2 or 3 hours less than you got that week, they take credit. Because these are the people that they're hating on you, but they're trying to cause they're trying to impede your success, your happiness, your joy, your prosperity in some form or fashion, but they want to do it secretly. Because if something does not happen, then they feel that they have deniability, so they can't be held accountable for the things they do and the things they say. This, me, sir, man, I don't respect that. I don't respect any man, whether Ifa, Voodoo, Santeria, or Kumi, when you lack the courage to step in front of whatever you say. That if you believe that you are in have contention with a man or woman, then you need to make that clear. Because these are the type of people, if somebody died, then they claim that they're the reason why that person died. If they got in a car accident, they claim that. These are the people that are in secret laying snares. So we're going to talk about this. Because I'm not raising up and teaching people how to be cowards. I believe that if you are a soldier in the army of the Lord, you need to be a proud soldier in the honor of the Lord. If you are in warfare or contention with somebody, it needs to be declared. When countries are at war, they can be doing skirmishes in secret, but when they have to declare war. That means you have to openly declare war on another country, another a space, or you can't just go to war and then, people be doing little stuff. All countries do it. The United States do it. All countries do it. But when you are in an actual war, you have to declare that. You understand? So, we're going to first start with Psalms 38, verse 12. And I'm going to explain why this is important. Psalm 38, verse 12. It says, "They also that seek after my life lay snares for me, and they that seek my hurt speak mischievous things, and imagine deceit all the day long." Now, why this is important, y'all, and this is why some people that follow me or work with me, y'all don't understand this because you're not in position of power. When a lot of spiritualists, no matter what ATR they're in, they're always trying to outdo the next spiritualist. And so if they can They do it in the church as well. If they can feel like they did something to a big fish like me. So say for instance, Stormy is close to me and Stormy is walking with me, and Stormy decides that she wants to fellowship or deal with another spiritualist. I'm using her as an example. That spiritualist is gonna feel that they took a vessel, they took a client, they took something, because that means something to them in this spiritual community. When you carry a name out here in this community and people see you in a certain light, then other spiritualists feel, that's like when you got a relationship and you are a man or woman of renown, then other women or men feel like because they done had your husband or wife or slept with your husband or wife, that means that there's somebody significant or something special because you slept with Whitney Houston's husband, or because you slept with Tony Braxton's husband. There are people, spiritual people out here that feel like, oh, if I had one of Apostle Edith's clients came to me, that's a big deal to them. And so therefore they feel like they scored some kind of point. Now I know some of you guys don't understand this because you don't carry that kind of weight in these spiritual community. This is why people like me are always admonishing you. I'm not telling you where to go and who to work with. What I am telling you is there are petty people out there that will go around and tell their elite that they took somebody from somebody. This is why I let people know that Padrino Michael did not take me or Minister Mario from Shadow Woods. Shadow Woods took us to Padrino Michael. Because I want to make sure there's no dissension between these two elders in this community. Some of you guys are troublemakers, and you will cause conflict. And you are also maybe messing with another elder that is about that foolishness. And they will go around believing that they have taken something from another elder or another practitioner. And now all of a sudden that deems to them that they're more powerful, more successful, or more whatever. There are some petty people out here that think like that. They're not going to say that to each their own, and these people have a right and freedom to go to whoever they so choose. But there are people out here that honestly believe that they can take something from a chief apostle Ely. And so therefore, if they can take a client from me, that must mean that they are greater than me. And that don't mean that. Because you get my leftover piece of ass, or just because you get my leftover food, just because you get my leftover anything, does not mean that you have. And I want you to understand something about me. You're getting my leftover, which means I've already got the better version. I've got the nutrients out of it. So anything that you get that I'm no longer entertaining means nothing to me. I want to be clear, because I'm a Sag. My moon is in Aries and my rising sign is Pisces. I want y'all to understand that when you're working with other elders and leaders, it is also your responsibility to understand that there are people out there laying snares. They're not brave about what they're doing. They come in and act as though they are befriending your leader, befriending your tata, your mambo. They're working alongside, and they are always going behind that individual, trying to sift. I'm going to say it again. Trying to sift the clientele, trying to sift the Elay members, or trying to sift the covenant people that are of the covenant or the church. I had other people say, oh, I don't want to take the members from your church. Baby, you can't take nothing from me. I'm going to say it again. This may not mean nothing to you now, but get something, own something, be a part of something. And you're going to find out that this causes warfare. A lot of y'all are very immature when it comes down to understanding the responsibility of spiritual practices. Let me say something to you of this nature. There's nobody anywhere, since I've been with Padrino Michael, could go back and tell Padrino Michael that I was anywhere with any of those other people. Because a part of my responsibility is to build trust with my Padrino. And one thing that I value when it comes down to conjuring warfare, I don't need nobody that's supposed to be protecting me confused about whose side I'm on. I'm going to say that again. I don't need nobody that's supposed to be teaching me or leading me in Ocha or any voodoo or Santeria confused about whose side I'm on. and how loyal I am and how committed I am. I don't want no discrepancy. So when I call you or I text you for some information, I want you to feel comfortable to train me and endow me with whatever you feel that I need to know. So you don't feel like that I'm going to take that and I'm going to go and side with somebody else that may be one day your adversary. Is anybody hearing me just a little bit? There are people that pretend in your face that they don't have a problem. They pretend in your face that they're an ally to who you may be supporting. But secretly, they're laying snares for that same leader. They're laying snares for that same elder. But they are not brave. They're not courageous. They're not upfront. They're not straightforward. And some of you guys don't understand when I say that Jesus said, if you come any other way than the door, you are a thief and a robber. If somebody is truly rooted in their conscience, sir and ma'am, if a man is really about his business, he don't mind meeting your parents. He don't mind answering questions. Is anybody trying to hear me? When you are really in conjure and you are about your business, you don't have to go any other way but to the front door when it comes down to another elder, another leader. A lot of these people are going behind the back of other leaders, doing other underhanded stuff. And one thing about me, sir and ma'am, I am not threatened by nobody. Because one thing I know for a fact, you can't beat me being me. You cannot emulate the Isaiah 10 and 27 when it comes down to me. And you cannot deliver what I deliver. So if what I have to offer is not what they desire or need, then I'm not for them anyway. Okay? But what they cannot do is they cannot backtrack. Now, even as a man that is whored around, what you're not going to do is back and forth with me. Once you make a decision to be over there, you're going to stay over there. Once you make a decision to be over here, you're going to stay over there. All that back and forth, that I don't do. I didn't do it when I was in marriage relationship. I don't do the back and forth. The only time I do back and forth when I'm having sex. But when it comes down to relationship, because what it does is it causes conflict and it causes issue. And it breaks down trust, and there's a lack of loyalty and a lack of clarity of where you stand. And when you're dealing with powerful people, well-connected people, you don't want that kind of confusion. I want to educate you why I personally do not throw rocks and hide hands. Because I feel that is cowardry. And if I want to get in a war, I'm going to declare it. When you are talking and learning up under people that believe and not declaring out loud where they stand in life, whether it's an Ifa, Voodoo, Santeria, or Kumi, where they stand with you as a man or a woman, where they stand when it comes down to business, then that person to me is a coward. Based off of this, when you lack the courage to do what you claim to do, when you lack the ability, the courage to endure dangerous or unpleasant traits, then I can't trust you like that. These are the people that are going to cause problems. These are the people that are going to find you in places where snares are going to be laid for you. And they're going to be easy instruments for other people to manipulate. Now, most people know that I'm a very confident man. Most people know that I'm a very militant type of person. So there might be somebody that's sitting by and say, you know what? Oh, Apostle Ely shouldn't have said that to you. Watch people like that. Apostle Ely, you shouldn't be giving that. You shouldn't be See, I don't trust a man or woman that somebody can come and tell you about what you doing over here. I'm going to say that again. I can't trust you that when somebody can slide up to you and tell you that you shouldn't be participating the way that you're participating over here. And then you respond to that. There's a song out there saying, when a man thinks he's paid too much for what he's got. I'm going to say it again. When a man or woman think they're paid too much, when you think that you're overpaying, over-serving, giving too much ache over here, whatever it is, and somebody can come to you about what you claim to be already in a covenant or relationship with, you, sir, ma'am, not only they are cowards, but you're a coward too. Because if you feel like you're paying too much, then you should address that with your tata, your mama, your hugan, your apostle, your pastor. If you feel like your wife ain't giving you enough sex, you need to address that with her, not with her friends. You a coward, sir. If you feel like your boyfriend ain't sucking your dick enough, you should be having a discussion with another man that like to suck dick. You should be having that discussion. Sir and ma'am, that's cowardry. Because you don't have the courage to address what you got a problem with. If there is a problem. I'm going to say this again. I address situations and circumstances head up. Whether I like the response or not. Because I myself, sir and ma'am, I don't like confusion. What's up, Monitor? I don't like people that pretend to be brave and about these ATRs. But you're constantly doing underhanded stuff. Because if you got a resume that speaks for you, then you can be upfront about your business. You understand? That's right, on Storming the weak link. But people don't want to acknowledge that you're a weak link. And you don't understand that you can bring the beehive into danger because you got issues. Whether it is jealousy, whether it's envy, whether it's covetousness, whether you just whatever got going on. You don't endanger the beehive because you got issues. You don't have an itching ear because you don't like what was said to you. Because some of y'all claim that you want me to address you straight up, and I know you ain't got the balls for it. I know you don't hold the testicles. I know you're not woman enough for me to have that conversation with you. It's not that I can't have that conversation with you, but you cannot take reality. You cannot take somebody being straight up with you. You don't know how to be consistent even in chastisement. One thing, that's why I tell people all the time, I'm not out here making Minister Mario, son of a Chosen, more than what he is. He is indeed the man that he was. And I'm going to tell you why. Nobody that I have ever introduced Minister Mario to, and I have introduced him to some great men and women. That's whether it is from a business aspect or a spiritual aspect. He has never went behind my back with those people. He's never called those people to get readings or working. Anytime Minister Mario, son of a child, I'm talking about out of 13 years, any readings that he got, I don't want to push the issue. The only reason why we were going outside of what I practice is because I could not crown him. You're not the type of man, you're not the type of woman that can be introduced to people because you're an opportunist. You're a coward. Because if you are a real man or woman, you say, listen here, I'm here to get what I can get and blah, 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 blah. And it is what it is. But that's not what you're doing. You're acting like you're in this for what we are here doing. And so therefore, now I'm sharing information that I would not share with you if you were being honest with me and what you want me to believe that you're a son or a daughter of mine. And so therefore, as a good parent, I'm going to share certain things with you. But one thing about Minister Mario, when I addressed certain issues in the church and there were certain things that needed to be done, his hand was always on deck. I never had to beg him to be a man. I never had to beg him to be responsible. We can have difference of opinion. I can just got through scolding him, and he's still going to do. When I set him down, he did something that I found disrespectful in my church, and I set him down. I took his position as church administrator from him. He was still in church the next Sunday. He was still as a member. Because he no longer hold an office in my church, he still was a member of my church, and he functioned as such. Oh, I'm going to say why I have so much respect for Minister Mario. Has nothing to do with his name being Mario. Has nothing to do with his name being Dawkins. Has nothing to do with his name, he being the son of a chosen. It has to do with his character. He was also brave enough to tell other people why he got set down. He was also brave enough to tell people that it was not his faith that had him living. It was not what he was doing what had him in the position. It was because Apostle Eli was doing what he was doing. See, you're not brave enough to say to anybody that it's because of this man of God's knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. It is because of this man's gift, talent, and ability and association with the divine. Because it's more important to you to look like you in a place that you're really not. And discernment why it is important, because these people have no problem endangering you. And the reason why it's endangerment, because you think that they're in a place that they're really not. They're only mimicking the person that is actually in the place. I remember we were on my job boat. And before I became the shop steward, Minister Mario was going around, he was filing grievances, and he was teaching people different stuff about the contract and all and this, right? So there were some other co-workers came to Minister Mario and said, you should become a shop steward, right? You know what Minister Mario told them? The information that I was getting and telling you, I got that from Sam. That, you know, he don't call me Apostle Eli on the job because we co-workers. He said, I got that from him. If anybody that needs to become a shop steward needs to be him, because the reason why I know what I know, I got it from him. That takes courage. He could have easily took credit for the information and the strategies that was given to him. And he did that without me knowing it. Because some of you all are going to be tested. People are going to come to you and they're going to ask you certain things and you're going to give them the right information. But what you're going to do is you're going to take credit for that information. Minister Mario wasn't that kind of guy. He had no problem acknowledging, yes, I gave you that information, but this is the source. See, you ain't that kind of man. See, this kind of manhood ain't got nothing to do with gay, straight, or bi. You the fuck ass nigga I wouldn't trust nowhere, up under no circumstances. Because you a coward. Because you lack the courage of acknowledging where you got your help from, where you got your source from, where you got your breakthrough from. And then you get in front of other men and women and act like you're the source, you're the sorcerer of your conjurer, and you're not. Giving honor to whom honor is due is a courage thing. This is why I acknowledge my mother, and I acknowledge my grandmother, my lineages, and I acknowledge all these people. Paying homage and veneration is the brave thing to do, but the responsible thing to do, because I want you to know I didn't just walk out here. Somebody trained me. I don't want you to think that I just showed up here. God gave me this. I don't want you to think I got initiated, somebody imparted something to me. I want you to know that from my mother's womb, this was given to me. I didn't get this through a class. I want to be honest with you. And that takes bravery, y'all. That takes somebody understand. I'm not out here pretending I'm brave. This is why I can tell you about my shortcomings and still let God move. I can still be a blessing to you and still God move. You have to be able to be a spiritual man or woman and be honest with people and courageous with people, and they still give you honor. And he still end up becoming a shop steward under me. Minister Mario, even though he did not take the position that was offered, they came to me and said, Sam, do you want this position? I told them, yeah. And after I became a shop steward, he later became a shop steward. Which means you still gonna get what God got for you. But certain positions in what God got for you, you don't need to be the chief. Because you're not the source of that. You're not the pilot. You're not the captain. You're an Indian. You're an Indian in that tribe. You're not a lieutenant. You're not a sergeant. And you're still a part of the tribe. Baby, take that Jesus somewhere else. That we melanated here. We believe in Yahshua. We believe in Emmanuel. We believe in all that. But we don't do the Jesus stuff over here, baby. We do Jesus Christ. Yeah, I am that I am. But we don't do the Jesus. And we don't want that love. What we want is our 40 acres and a mule. If you're not bringing that and you're not hitting my cash app, we're not concerned over here. And like I said, being brave about where you stand when it comes down to old child spirituality will cause some people to flee from you, but it also will draw people that are genuine there for you. I can easily get on this platform and act like I love everybody, I'm a worker for everybody, and I'm here to do conduit. No, I am specifically knowing that I'm going to alienate myself from certain people, places, and things. That takes bravery, y'all. To stand up for certain things, it takes bravery. But when you're a coward, you act like you for everybody. You on this person's side, you know. I'm here for the gays. Listen, if I don't want to work for you, I don't care if you gay, straight, or bi. If I don't want to fuck with you, I don't care if you rich or poor. If I don't want to associate myself with you, I don't care if you got connections all over the universe. I am brave enough to stand on what my principle is, and whether it benefits me or it causes me to have a disadvantage. I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that. And I like the type of people that don't mind suffering loss to show loyalty, that lose out on the opportunity. But what God got for you, when you prove faithful, this is why I call cow. You want everybody else to acknowledge and help you get to where you get, but you don't want to acknowledge where you got that from. So, then we got Psalms 141 verse 9. It says this: keep me from the snares which they have laid for me, and the gins of the workers of iniquity. So iniquity is secret sin. That means that these are people that have issues in their heart secretly. They're not going to tell you openly that they dislike you. They're not going to tell you openly that they believe what you're doing is demonic. They're not going to tell you the reason why they don't promote you because they have a problem with your sexuality, or they got a problem that you're melanated and they don't want you to be the face of their company. They're not going to outright tell you that, but everything about what they do and how they do or not do is a strong indication that they are cowards. You're not going to prosper like that with a coward, because they're never going to give you credit. It takes some. It happens in the music industry. It happens all over this globe. The reason why certain people don't even have with that, you know, in order for racism to no longer operate in the United States, it takes people to be brave, to acknowledge who are the first ones, to acknowledge the systematic system that are set up to bring us melanated people at a disadvantage. That this is truly our land anyway. That we're paying taxes on some, just like Native American people don't pay taxes on the land, melanated people don't have no business paying taxes on this same land, because this is actually our land. You understand? I want us to be clear who the first Indian, the Native Americans were. You know, there's a reason why we don't have our name. There's a reason why we don't know our tribe. There's a reason. There's a financial reason to it, and there's also a systematic reason why. So I can still have your stuff and claim to be rich and rich and in charge, as long as you don't know that divinely it belongs to you. Patrick 19 for Christ said, you don't know God. I'm also going to tell you what else I don't know. I don't know how many times I bust in your mom and daddy mouth either. But I had a good time. I didn't count the nuts. I don't know how much semen leaked down your dad's throat, but he enjoyed it. So not knowing is not a bad thing. And I don't need to know your God. I know things about your God, but I don't need to know your God. Somebody said this seems very insightful. Oh, you have not heard. If you follow my videos, you would get a lot of insight. So let me explain to you like this. When you are part of anything, you can't stand and be brave and courageous and endure hardness, is good, so that whether you're a Christian or whatever, if you don't have certain standards and certain moralities. If I don't con people, I don't do schemes and plots. And so this is what y'all don't understand about a lot of your spirits. I don't make my money by telling lies. I make my money by telling the truth. I don't make my money by undermining other people in this profession. I make my money by esteeming my brothers higher than myself. I make money, I get favor by doing and being a giver. See, I'm not a taker. I don't make my money by taking from people. I make my money by giving people. I excel on my platform by telling the truth, by giving real knowledge, real understanding, being real insightful, being able to reference what I'm talking about, having a resume. I'm not being seen because I'm being foolish. I'm not on here doing something that demeans my character or who I am in order to get likes and shares and views. So whatever people that resonate with me, everybody that follows me, I benefit by having integrity. You understand? So when I do magic, when I do conjure, when I do mysticism, when I do voodoo, when I do black art, it is in an integral way. You understand? So therefore, I can stand up proudly and talk about what I do. I can tell people who I don't like you. I can tell people I'm not going to work for you because I don't have to. I don't have to get on this platform and pretend that I do everything right, and that if somebody addresses something and I find myself that I need to correct something, I don't have a problem. I don't have a problem. I see a Cash App. Y'all know how to get my attention. 4 minutes ago. I can't believe I just saw it. I don't like that, my internet. But anyway, I can't do nothing about that. Now, when somebody is not willing to go through unpleasantries in order to get you healed, I've let people, what I'm trying to explain to y'all, I knew that by letting females in my house and stay in my house, that people were going to talk about me, that I was sleeping with them. See, I'm brave enough not to allow what people think about what's going on in my house to stop from helping you. See, a lot of times, people not brave enough to do right by you or help you because they care about what other people think. I did not care what other people thought about my relationship with Minister Mario, son of Achosi. I didn't care if they made us a couple. I didn't care if they made us, I didn't care. See, some of you guys really care about what other people think about what you're doing, and therefore, sir, ma'am, you fall in the category of a coward because you don't want to deal with the unpleasantries of having good relations. What's up there, baby? That's what I'm talking about, my God elect. Talking about chocolate. That gets my attention. It says excessively afraid of danger and pain. This is why the Bible says people that seek to save their life, they shall lose it. And the Bible says those that seek to lose their life shall save it. See, I do conjure, and I say things on my platform that I understand before I ever say it. When I understand myself as a Sagittarius, I know if I be honest on this platform, it's going to drive certain type of people away. But I also know that it's going to draw the real. I also know it's going to draw people that are really seeking for the truth. And so therefore, I'd rather have a smaller amount. Even though God has blessed our platform, we have more people subscribe to our platform, but they're here for the truth. When people come to my platform, they're coming because I am brave enough to be honest with them. I have literally said things to people. I say, no, let me, you are giving this donation because when I'm doing my content, for me to be honest with you. You're not paying me to lie to you. I take a chance every time I tell somebody the truth to lose them. Talk to me, y'all. I'm brave enough to tell you I want some tail from you for you to say decline that offer. Because a part of asking what you want is to know that you can be declined. A lot of people think that you are out here in these spiritual community and you are being mishandled, when the truth of the matter is you're not brave enough to tell that man or woman, whether you get it or not, what you want. To tell that God you claim me to be in a relationship what you want or not. I am brave enough to say whether I get it or not. I'm brave enough to ask for the highest of offers, whether I get it or not. I am brave enough to stand in the midst of when the odds are completely against a situation and still believe that God can give victory. I am brave enough to declare something before it happens, because a lot of these people that you are out here claiming that they are seers and they are readers, they are always talking about shit that done happened after it done happened. I declare what's going to go on before it happened. Everything that is going on in apostolic was said before it ever happened. These people ain't brave like that. They ain't willing to put their reputation on what they talking about. That's why I don't have respect for people that throw the rock and hide their hand. Because if something happened to them, now all of a sudden that person is gone, all of a sudden there's something happened to that person, now you want to take credit for the work. Why you didn't declare it in the beginning? Why y'all giving so much credit to people after the fact? Where in the Bible from Genesis to Revelation that God was afraid to say what he had to say? Before he fed that widow, he had already declared it. Before he had healed the leprosy, he had already declared it. Why is it when it comes down to real conjuring and you are supposed to be proficient in your conjuring, whether it's E5, Voodoo, Santeria, Lakumi, Congo, why you ain't brave to stand on whatever you say Obatala said, whatever you say the divine said, whatever you said the Egun said? Why you can't declare that before the in manifestation, before it ever comes to fruit? Why can't you declare war on cancer? Why you can't declare war on that sickness before you ever hear the report of the Lord? If you say you got the gift. If you say you got the ability. I don't know. If you got a question or a statement, you need to hit super chat. The reason why, let me tell y'all something. I'm old school. And I always remember about this. I know that me talking about money turns some people off, but I don't give a damn. And I'm going to tell you why I don't give a damn. Because you put your money where your mouth is. When you are serious, wherever the Bible says it like that, wherever a man's treasure is, that's where his heart is also. And when you put people on the line to be accountable for the things that they say they want, then that's when you get the real deal. Huh? See, when you say you want me, I'm gonna make you prove that. I didn't say what I said. I say when you come to me and tell me you want this done and you want that to happen, and then I am going to put you in a position that you're going to prove to me that that's what you're looking for, and you're willing to do what you need to do. So let me tell you something about our community, because a lot of y'all like to talk about stuff that sound good. But the truth of the matter is, we love being ignorant. Ignorance is a $1 billion business in every aspect of life. I'm going to say it again. People lacking knowledge is big business. And a part of my success is giving people knowledge, bringing people out of ignorance. And a lot of people don't want to come out of ignorance. Because there's always been, I like what Cat Williams said, that people that are toxic, getting something out of their toxicity. So people I don't care what they do, whether it's positive or negative, they're doing it for a reason. If somebody's staying at the bottom, they're staying at the bottom for a reason. If somebody's staying in a certain genre of music or whatever, they're doing that for a reason. And when you're brave enough to say, no, mama, you lying. Daddy, no, that's not right. They didn't do that. They didn't say that. You're not brave enough because you're going to go along with the status quo. This is why we are in the age of Aquarius, and Aquarius is about revolutionary energy. That means you're willing to kick against tradition. You're willing to kick against the prick. You're willing to stand against what is popular. See, it's popular to call the ATRs demonic as a pastor. It's popular to tell people that women shouldn't preach in the church. It's popular to do that. It's popular to talk about gay men and women. It's popular to do that. But it's not that. But it's popular, but it's a coward. See, I am brave enough to tell the truth in any season, for any reason. I am brave enough to not make money tonight and to tell the truth, because I can get on here and tell you what you want to hear and make me some money. But I also can be brave enough to come on here and be blessed just because I told the truth. Just because I told it like a T.I. is. You understand? Everybody ain't brave to do that. And I'm not going to get out here and lie and say that I'm in warfare with somebody that I know I'm not in warfare with. But you will do that. You will act like you're in a place to actually go to war with me. And you're not. And you've been crowned. You've been scratched. You got a cauldron. And you still ain't in no position. Because if you were in position, you would declare it in the open. You know what, Patrick? You said the same thing your daddy said after swallowing my nut. It's amazing. This feels like deja vu to me. I hope you don't give your daddy a kiss for Father's Day, because you know what he's gonna be doing for Father's Day for me. Because that's a must. He loves it. But I appreciate you coming in here for my algorithm. Let me tell y'all something. This grown people talk. Either you brave or you a coward. There's no in between. And it takes responsibility. It takes accountability to be brave. It also takes bravery to apologize to your elate that this man really didn't do nothing to me. I really don't have a reason to have beef with him. But you're not going to do that. You want to play victim so you can justify your bad behavior of throwing at me. You can not like how I talk all day long. You can not like my personality as courageous as I may be, as confident as I may come across. You cannot agree with any of this. But what the thing that you need to agree with is the truth. You may not like how I serve my truth, but to lie and say I'm not being truthful, to lie and say that I owe you something I do not owe, that I did something I did not do. You don't hit that like button and you don't support me because you're in competition with me. I'm the one that's not in competition with you. I have no reason to be in competition with you because, like I said, when I said this years ago, me and you ain't doing the same thing. I'm a church. I'm not a botanical. I'm a pastor that practices the ATRs. What part of that you don't understand? I'm a pastor that practices the black arts. What part of that you don't understand? Everything that I do is in the confinements of the church world. You're not in the church world. I am speaking my truth. I am abiding in my truth. If I'm a hoe, I'm a church hoe. If I'm a lesbian, I'm a church lesbian. If I'm a conjurer, I'm a church conjurer. Because everything that I do, sir and ma'am, is in the umbrella of the church. Even as a tata, it's in the ambiance of the church. As a warrior, in the ambiance of the church. You have no business having a beef with me. Because we're not doing this. We don't have that journey. I may be a child of Oya. I may be a child of Centella. But even in Palo, I don't have your journey. I am not trying to do what you're trying to do. And you still have a problem celebrating my practice in the same tradition. Because it's the same shit we deal in the church world. I don't have to be Baptist to be able to praise God. I don't have to be Presbyterian. I don't have to have a degree from seminary school. But if you universally are with people giving the truth, you still should be able to embrace the truth. You should still be able to embrace the transparency. You the one said that your Bible said, whosoever will, let him come. Here I am. You said in your Bible that God got sheep not of your fold. Here I am. In your Bible said the last shall be first and the first shall be last. Here I am. Your Bible said come as I am. Here I am. And you still got a problem. But you're pretending to be brave. You're pretending to be standing up for righteousness. And you're wrong as two left shoes. It's not that you got a problem with my truth. You got a problem that I'm a man, that I speak the truth. And I speak it with confidence. And I speak it with clarity. And I speak it with great understanding. And you're not used to a man being in that position. And you got a problem with me talking about sex, but I ain't asking for your pussy. You got a problem with me talking about sex, but I'm not trying to beat your daddy back down. You don't have a problem whether I swing both ways or no ways at all. That ain't what your problem is. You got a problem that I ain't offered you none of my inches. You don't have a problem with anything that I talk about because you will love for me to freak you like that. You don't have a problem that I eat groceries. That is not what your problem is. Your problem is that I say no to you. And how dare I? That's the real truth. But you're going to try to make like it's about this other stuff. And that, sir, ma'am, is a coward. Because if I got a problem with you about something, I'm gonna probably have a problem with you about that. I'm not gonna hide behind something else. I'm not gonna argue about the ketchup when I know it's a mayonnaise. I'm not gonna argue with you about the car when I know it's really about the truck. I'm brave enough to actually have a problem with you and tell you what that problem is. I'm not gonna make it about something else and then start a war and bring all of my tribe and get my tribe involved in it and get my Elay and call my Padrino and my Oba and get all these people over, all in an uproar about what? One thing. Greetings to you as well. Because I want to have sex with somebody that don't want to have sex with me. Y'all be surprised at how much shiggity going down in these ATRs and these church world, and it's only because of sex. Or the lack thereof. I just seen a cash app. And that's without my glasses. I wanted to come on here. Y'all gonna tell me what, because somebody sent me some money, but I can't, without the internet, I can't see it. But I can get the money. Let me tell y'all, I trust my platform until I get this internet fixed Saturday. So y'all gonna have to forbear with me. I want people that follow me to understand why I don't believe in throwing the rock and hide the hand. Because if you're going to teach people how to resolve issues, you first should have a conversation with that man or woman before you start declaring any war. Because some of this stuff could be eradicated just by having an honest adult conversation. The Bible said in Isaiah, let us reason together. You have no intention of reason because you're so upset that your pussy wasn't licked by my tongue. Don't mean that you can't get your pussy licked or your ass ate by a tongue, but you're upset because I don't want to do it. And you're going to get all these other people involved because they think that I'm actually attacking you when I'm just doing a simple reversal. Just a simple reversal. You don't have a problem that I'm a freaking man. That's not what your problem is. Your problem is that I won't freak you. I got the nerve to be a hoe with principles. I have the audacity to have standards as a hoe. I actually, as a whole, got the nerve to have boundaries. How dare I have morality as a spiritual man? How dare I put it in the comments. Okay, I gotta look. God's elect. Brother Minister asked, I love how you handle here, Apostle. I'm sending a donation for whatever instant you decide. Okay, I got you, baby. Thank you. And let me tell y'all something. This is where I try to teach people. If you're trying to be out here in longevity, no matter what your practice is, then you need to anchor your spirituality in truth and honesty. I know it ain't popular. I know telling lies and exacerbating things is popular, but at the end of the day, people are going to support me on a longer, bigger scale. And there's people that bless me, like right now with the internet going on now. There's a mutual trust. I trust my tribe, just like my tribe trusts me. They trust me. So I have people tell me, okay, Apostle, you can't do the reading today. You tired? Go get some eat, and you get a reader. That you know what? That is over a period of time. People learn your character. People learn how you are. And people learn how you do business on screen and off screen. You understand? This is why a lot of you guys, that no matter, you might be strapped, you might be initiated, but you will never have the power I have, because nothing that I have done, even in down to my church world, is built in deception and lies. It is on I tell it like a T.I. is. You can like it. I have got up and preached messages. I knew that people are going to walk out of my church. I knew they weren't going to like it. And I guess what? You know why I was able to do it? Because they're not my source. They're not my source. God is my source. So I'm not going to sit there and allow you to play me like I'm not a seer, because I'm worried about who's sitting in my chair and how many members I got sitting around, so I can look like I'm prospering. So I can look like my church growing. My church still growing. The numbers are still coming in. And it's not because every seat is being filled. It's because I got subscribers. I got Patreon. I got people in my tribes. I got people in my graveyard work. My ministry is constantly growing. The vine is still stretching out. God didn't tell me how he was going to increase my church and grow my church as long as it's growing. You understand? He didn't tell me who and how he was going to bless me. He's still blessing me. And if you were walking and being courageous and you were brave to walk with your Agun, with your ancestor, then you could tell a couple people that you really want to tell to kiss your ass and get to stepping and kick bricks. But you ain't courageous like that. I will. I'll tell somebody to their face what their real intention is about me, knowing that once I tell them that, they're not going to come back to my church. But what I'm not going to do, allow you to play in my face. Now, you can sit in my face if I want you to, but you're not going to play in my face. Let's be clear. I don't mind my face being set upon, but you're not going to play in my face. I don't play that. Care who you is. I like clarity, because sometimes you're talking to people and you're not clear, because you lack the bravery, the courage to be upfront with people, because you're afraid they're not going to like the real you. Trey said, it's all about me and not about Jesus. So let me make it clear to you, since you brought your punk ass in my life. That right there is a coward move, because it doesn't matter what I do on my platform. If I want to scratch my nuts on my platform, this is my platform. You didn't have to. You not only did you not have to stop by, but we thank you for stopping by, helping the algorithm. But you also did not have to comment. And nobody cares about your fucking opinion. Just like no other woman or man cares about your dick and nuts. But over here, this is my platform, and I talk about what I want to talk about. And if you don't like it, sir and ma'am, because I say sir and ma'am to you as an individual, because you might be a man, but you act like a bitch, and you might be a woman that acting like a nigga. So I don't know what you is. But I want you to understand, this is my platform. And I rock my platform how I so choose, because I'm accountable for what comes out of my mouth. You understand? So I'm first, just like the Bible says that I'm first partaker of the fruit. It starts with me. Where? Oh, these might be trolls coming in. So let me explain something, y'all. Bravery is about bringing your own energy to a space, a place, or a person, and being comfortable in your own ache, and not deviating from your person based off of the responses that you are afraid that somebody may have of you. My mannerism, how I conduct myself, I don't care what other people think. That's why I continue. If you have noticed, no matter what people have said, and this is what I liked about Minister Mario about my practice. People were telling him that I was a devil and all this other demon. I do black magic and all this other stuff. He never mistreated me. And he never mishandled my spirituality based off of what people were saying. And I want to tell y'all that's bravery, because many of you guys have not only done it to me, but you have done it to other Tata or even in relationship. Because of what your family think about that man, you mistreat him. Because how your family think about that woman, you mistreat her. How what your family think about your children, you mishandle them. You understand? I know it goes on because it happened to me and my sister. I want y'all to understand, anything that I talk about, I'm not shooting in the dark. Laying foundation is very important. Being true to your practice, no matter whether people agree with it or not. Because if you change, when your family come around, you do this. You disrobe your belief system. I don't know, I can't. What I got up under here is too provocative. I can't take that off. That's what you do. But you want the Egon to believe you rocking with them like that. You want the Arisha to believe you rocking with them like that. And you disrobe. You get around white people and you start talking different. You get around Chinese people, you start talking different. You start getting around rich people. You don't know how to stay in your own energy. Let people love you for you. Let them dislike you for you. If a bitch don't like me, I'm glad. Because one thing I can say, you dislike me, not who I pretend to be. If you don't fool with Apostle Ely, you don't fool with me because I'm being me. Because I don't need to be something else for people to like or dislike me. I'm not here for that. Sir, you have no idea how serious I am. I'm so serious I make over 6 figures. Yah. Ben Yah. Let me tell you something. So let me break this down for you. Let me break this down here, because you're utilizing a name that you're gonna come in here talking about. Am I serious? Let me tell you how serious I am. Let me rock you with Kabbalah. Okay. So when we use Yah, we're still talking about the elements, and when we're utilizing the word Yah, which is really fire magic. When you put those names together, you're putting 2 or 3 elements together. And when you don't understand how elements work, this is why when we use certain names, where we say Yahweh, Vahe, we're invoking a certain element into our particular energy. When we say Yahweh, and then we say Yahweh Sabaoth, when we're intertwining and bringing those letters together, then we're invoking other types of energy and frequency. When I say Tetragrammaton, I am invoking the 72 names of God in the triangular form, which is the fire that particular fire element. See, when I do conjure, when I do mysticism, I'm telling you how serious I am, that I understand what I practice. And so therefore, sir, you lack the understanding that I am a necromancer and a conjurer. And just because I'm rocking right now, I'm rocking my Fedifun Shango because I'm initiated in the science. That's just like somebody I'm a UPS driver, and in August I'll be 30 years at UPS, but I'm also a business owner. See, you can wear more than one hat, and you can have more than one talent and ability, but you only represent one at a time. But yet still consists of all of that, because I'm also in a scratch, Tata and Kisi, because I have 2 conjures. I have 2 cauldrons, Zendaya, and I have Zerabon. But you would have known that if you were truly spirit, because if Yah was really in your life, if Yah, the I Am, was really in your life, which is really astrology, which is the Aries energy, you would understand that, but you don't. You got limited knowledge, and you coming into a platform with somebody that practice heavy in the ATRs, and especially because of the fact that I was raised up in Masonic order. My grandmother was an Eastern Star. I'm heavy in the Masonic order. Was taught masonry, but you would come in here and say, "Are you serious?" You're not serious about your craft. And it's people like y'all that get on here and y'all because you're able to type something behind your name, and because you're able to put something behind your name, then you want other people to believe that you actually believe in that. You don't believe in it like that. You will be able to recognize that energy. You will be able to recognize that chi. You will be able to recognize that promise. I wouldn't have to actually tell you that. You will be able to read that, pick up that energy, but you can't. You can't. Because you have a form of godliness, and you deny that of, sir. But me, because I'm brave, I can tell you what I practice, and I can also exhibit it. But because this platform is about melanated people practicing the ATRs, and this is what I tell y'all about niggas. Black people, especially black men that's in these other traditions and stuff, you ain't got no kind of force and no kind of rule at your home in real life And so when you get in religion, you go bonanza because you ain't used to no real authority, nobody really paying you no attention. So the social media is the easiest place to come on somebody else's platform that already get attention and was getting attention before I even got on the platform. And now all of a sudden, now you become the expert. Nobody want to hear nothing you got to say. They want to hear what I got to say about that same religion you claim to be a part of. Yo, weak ass niggas. All of that stuff right there, y'all, that's what I call culture. Because I would never go into somebody else's platform and try to correct anybody. Anybody that tell you whether I'm on TikTok, whether I don't go in there causing problems in nobody's platform. If I don't agree with something, I don't have nothing to say. Because guess what? It's not my platform. That's the one thing that I tell people all the time about being brave enough to understand, being brave enough to know if you don't like something, you don't have to engage. But cowards behind typing, they always got something to say, whether they're an authority on that or not. That's why they get handled the way they do. Uneducated and broke as hell. And got the nerve to be throwing God up in somebody's face. Don't throw God up in the face. Throw some money up at them bills at your house. That's what you do. Somebody say amen, praise the Lord. Exactly. I get, like, this is the kind of stuff that you got to be brave enough to check people. You might lose a view. You might lose a subscriber. But you got to be brave enough to tell the truth. Because guess what? We got enough people lying to melanated people. We got enough people that are going to be out here on Father's Day expecting somebody to acknowledge them, and you ain't did nothing to be acknowledged for. You want credit for what? When the last time your prayers healed somebody? Whether you were talking to Allah, whether you were talking to Jehovah, whether you were talking to Yahweh, whether you were talking to Hathor, whether you were talking to Divine Mother, whether you were talking to Ego. When the last time you served as a creature of the universe? When was the last time that your prayers, your communication with the divine brought peace, love, and happiness in anybody's life? We are not here to honor you unless you are honoring thyself in your own energy and our check. Okay? So therefore, a part of being brave is to acknowledge that you have fallen way short of the glory of your God, not mine. Because we're not serving the same energy. Well, my religious philosophy and labels seem like two-sided of the same coin, layers of interpretation and beliefs, and sometimes feel like a maze. Let me say this. I said this before. Spirituality is God-given. Religion is man-made. There has to be things that set on earth to structure energy, frequency, and vibration. And so no matter what the purpose or why somebody instituted it, if you have a knowledge of your own Ache, then you can benefit from it, whether that is hoodoo, voodoo, Santeria, Kumi, Congo. Now, the reason why things are set up in a maze format, because it keeps other people that were never meant to reach those goals, reach those heights, that they will never find their way through those traditions. They will always find themselves wandering around in the wilderness. There are certain things, no matter who you are, if it is not meant for you, you will never find the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow, so to speak. There are certain things that are set up in order for people to be blocked. And no matter how much blockbuster they do, no matter how much prayers they do, it was never meant for them to walk down that path. But there's other of us. It doesn't matter how many roadblocks in there. We're gonna always find our way through the maze because it was meant for us. That's why the Bible says that, like, the steps of a good man are ordered by the Lord. If it was meant for you by the divine or the ancestors or the impungos for you to find that pathway, you're gonna. I don't care how many people lay traps and put up. You're gonna always find your destination. Believe that. What's meant for you, I don't care what kind of roadblock. But when it's not meant for you, you will always find a door that's locked. You'll always find a window that's let down. It was never meant for you to see in. It was always meant for you to live and die outside looking in. And you got to be able to be honest with people. Joshua Anderson said, why you can't do a super chat? If you want to know what God I serve the God that lives on the inside of me, that I look like. Where I come from. I serve divine mother and father. My God got a dick and a pussy. It's androgynous. If you want to know the real truth. You ask. I'm a Sagittarian. Don't ask if you don't want no answer. Because you might not like my answer. But I didn't say it for you to like it. And for all of y'all a little slow, I was talking about the unk when I said that. I know I have a way of a flair of language when it comes down to spirituality, but I know what I be talking about. I say all these things to say that I teach people how to be brave and rooted and grounded in their practices and not be out here just free willy-nilly and being a coward. Wild screams of consciousness nonsense. Could you put your real government name there while you talking about what's on my live? Only thing that I wreck would be your daddy anus. And I'm going to do that on Father's Day. I'm going to bust him wide open. And I'm going to pull, just like I pulled the bone out of a rib, I'm going to pull his spine out of his back. Huh? And make him sit down on this wood. And don't compare me to no white man. Because I'm melanated through and through. I don't have tan lines. And when I get mad, I don't turn pink. I might do a burgundy, but not pink. I think I got everybody. But I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. I hope that tonight that many of you follow me that understand why I personally do not throw no rock how my head. I was not raised like that. I was not trained like that. And so therefore I address people. I'm very upfront with people. And I don't care what area about life I'm talking about. I like to be direct with people. And so therefore a lot of you guys may find me being off-putting because of you're not accustomed to people being straight up and honest and direct with folks. I am. I win some, I lose some. It is what it is. At the end of the day, as long as God bless me and the blessing of the Lord do it, make it rich and add no sorrow, I'm good with that. Thank you for wishing Mama Susan a happy birthday. She's 68 years old. I know that's right. Brother Johnny is the father of our church. Once I like that hat. I do too. Am I from Africa? Hit me. If you got questions, hit my super chat. Trying to see if there's them. All right, I gotta get go ahead and get something to eat. But I thank God for each and every one of you guys, and I hope that many of you guys got something out of this. I hope that you comment behind this video. I help you share, and I also, sir, man, hope you please hit that super chat. All right. Thank you guys for Mother Susan. Drink your drink. I know that's right, baby. I know that's right. I want a mother of our church lit. I want when she come to church Sunday, I want her wig crooked. I'm like, Mother Susan, that wig is on backwards. Is that your mom? All right. But we're gonna do this is making it so difficult. Mental clarity. Thank you, baby. I appreciate y'all. I'm going to do mental clarity mixed with blockbuster. Because some of y'all need help casting down those imaginations and every high thing that exalts itself against the knowledge of your God. Be brave for you. Be brave. Be brave to be a part of this platform. Be brave. I like how, that's why I said I think it's a big deal how you guys comment and comment on my wall and share so much information out here for the world to see, because it's a blessing. I'm looking for my lighter. I just had it. Oh. All right. I'll see y'all tonight. Later. Tomorrow. I'm talking about tonight. Ma Fedifun Shango. Ma Fedifun Iligwa. Ma Fedifun Obatala. Ma Fedifun Yimiya. Ma Fedifun Ochosi. Ma Fedifun Iligwa. Ma Fedifun Oya. Ma Fedifun Oba. Ma Fedifun Obatala. God bless. Ola Damari and Alufi.